Tonight, a mid-state astronaut remains on the International Space Station after NASA determines the vehicle to bring him and his partner in space home isn't safe. This delay has been going on for months now, and the latest word is that Commander Butch Wilmore, who grew up in Mount Juliet, will be in space until at least February. Joining us now with more on Butch Wilmore is Tennessee Tech University's president, Dr. Phil Oldham. Butch Wilmore graduated from Tech and serves as a member of the Board of Trustees. Dr. Oldham, thanks for doing this. I know you've been following this story as close as anybody. I imagine a lot of folks on campus were watching closely and have to be at least somewhat concerned about Butch Wilmore's safety on this extended mission.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody loves. Well, we call him Barry. Barry's his name. Butch is his call sign for as a Navy pilot. But so everybody at NASA calls him Butch. Everybody here calls him Barry. But no, everybody's pulling for Barry, and his colleague Sonny, wishing them a safe return. And it's an interesting set of circumstances, but I can tell you Barry is built for this kind of challenge, and nobody better to do it. So he's in good spirits, I know.
Now, I understand you and some members of the Tennessee Tech family, extended family if you would, actually got to speak with him from space. What can you share about that conversation?
Yes, in fact, interestingly enough, I talked to him today on the phone just a few hours ago, and he's in great spirits. He said, look, this is part of what we do, and Barry's a man of tremendous personal faith, and he attributes everything that he has in front of him to God, and he gives him the credit for it, and he leans into it and works the problem.
Well, good man to have with that attitude. The plan, just so people understand, originally was for an 8-day mission. Now it's turned into at least 8 months. It's not a record or anything, but from what you said about your most recent conversation, he really is viewing this in the best of possible lights.
Yes, he is. It's a challenge. It's no question about it. Most of us would find this to be very daunting, but Barry's had such an incredible career and has been challenged in so many ways throughout his life that this is just one more. And like I said, I think there's nobody better situated to handle something like this than Barry Wilmore. We're so proud of him. He's got a great family, great support system around him. And he'll come through this fine. But he's in good spirits, and it's interesting to talk to him while he's traveling around the world at 17,000 miles an hour.
I know, crazy story. How do you use his service and connection to Tennessee Tech to help you recruit, the best and the brightest? Because he's from around here and doing all he has done as I guess an alumnus of Tennessee Tech and Cookeville is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, so Barry's a great example. Interestingly, he's not the only example. We've got a lot of these role models from Tennessee Tech that have gone on and done amazing things in their career. Barry's story is actually fairly common, but Barry came from a pretty normal background, great family, but he was a walk-on football player here at Tennessee Tech, majored in electrical engineering. He's now a member of our Sports Hall of Fame and has had a great career as an engineer, particularly as a Navy pilot, and now an astronaut. And he's something pretty special, but it shows what hard work and dedication does. And we're just so thankful that he's a Tech alum and very, very dedicated to his support for Tennessee Tech.
Well, we're proud of him all over Middle Tennessee, and great that we got to actually speak with you today after having spoken with him. Tennessee Tech President Dr. Phil Oldham, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Wings up.